What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is The Crew Dallas Season 1, Episode 2. Now, remember, this is a small independent show on YouTube. It is on the ReallyBTV platform, so if you want to go check out the show, you can. So, we pick up with Episode 2 where we left off. Wooda is mad, child. He did a dramatic exit. And Whitney goes after him and is like, what is wrong with you? Like, why are you mad? Like, what was all that about? And he said, Antonio, like, it came back to me that Antonio is recording me and been talking trash about me. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a little confused about the situation. Wooda said some random account hit him up on Instagram and said, Antonio been talking trash about you. You need to watch who you hanging out with. You need to watch blah, blah, blah. And then sent him a recording, I guess, of Antonio talking trash about him. So here's where I'm confused. He said something about from Chasing Dallas. Wooda, I know good and daggone well that you ain't about to be mad about somebody said something about you when y'all was filming Chasing Dallas. Child, that was pre-pandemic. Can we really be mad about anything pre-pandemic? I mean, that was a whole world ago. But whatever it was, he said he don't know why he said it or when he said it, but he got the audio or the video. We don't know whether it's an audio or video. Whitney wasn't asking the right questions because Whitney didn't get none of that information. We just know that he got it, child. So Whitney goes back in the party and tells Antonio, well, this is what it is. This is why he mad, because somebody did this, that, and the other. And Antonio was unbothered. Antonio was sitting there eating his cupcake, and he was like, listen, I'm going to get my flirt on. I'm going to eat this good cupcake, and I'm just not sure who mad, why they mad, and I just don't care. They left there, and they decided they was going to go to a day party. They did a little toast, and they was going to head over to a day party, and they was going to, have a good time, child. So the next day, we see Whitney and Zell. They out at the park walking and getting their workout on. They said they had a good time at the party, but what in the world happened at the little meet and greet situation? And out of everything that happened at that situation, out of that whole situation that went down, you had your best friend cussing out Antonio, claiming that Antonio talking trash about him and got recordings and everything else. Out of all of that was said, you mad because Eric James ain't show up? Whitney talking about something, I need to find out why he didn't show up, because I feel like, I don't understand what the problem is. He was girl, ain't nobody ever been mad that Eric James didn't show up to nothing. Who mad? I mean, I just feel like I'm the type of person like this. When I have a situation, event, a get-together, whatever you want to call it, kickback, whatever, I invite the people who I want there. And the people that don't show up, they just don't show up. And maybe because I'm the kind of person that if I change my mind, I ain't coming. Like, I might feel one way and be like, yeah, I'm coming, okay. And then I get home, I kick my feet up, I get comfortable, and I change my mind. Or somebody call me with a better offer. Again, this was a group of people that I didn't even know. Y'all had like a whole little meet and greet. And then y'all went to the real party that we didn't even get to see. We saw the little meet and greet. Because y'all can't call that a party. That was a meet and greet, okay? That was a little get together. Anyway, he also said that a friend of his is having a bowling event. And he wants to invite some people to that. But he don't want to repeat of what happened down to the meet and greet, And Zell was like, that sound good, but I ain't going to be here. I'm going to be back in Atlanta because I got things to do, people to see, and places to go. And I'm not going to be there. But you have a good time with that. You let me know how that works out for you, okay? So then we see Kendu, the designer, who right now Kendu is my favorite. Because Kendu is like, listen, I don't know what none of this is. I'm just here so I won't get fined. We got to figure these things out. He was meeting up with his sister to give her the rundown on what happened. And, baby, he was reading that little meet and greet down. He was like, it was a party with no party. I showed up, wasn't nobody there. It was empty. And I was trying to figure out what had happened because y'all told me we was having a party, but it ain't no party going on here. No one is partying. I don't know. It's a party with no party. Like, I don't know what it is. And his sister was just as shady and cutting up right along with him. I said, they shady together. Then they invite Antonio, who is the shade of the shade. So all three of them are sitting there shading that party, shading that meet and greet. They talking about Wooda being mad, but not really knowing why he mad. And Whitney ends up calling Kendall and inviting him to the bowling party. And Kendall was like, I don't know, I gotta fill out energies, because after that little situation down to the meet and greet with the mimosas that wasn't mimosa in, Antonio said that the mimosas was unleaded fuel, honey. They wasn't giving nothing. And I was like, that's when you supposed to be giving it. You supposed to if you gonna pregame. Because if they left there and went to a whole day party, then that was supposed to be the pregame. How you pregaming with no pregame? Okay. Anyway, so Antonio was there. He was ear hustling. So, I mean, I guess he was invited to the bowling situation. I don't know. I guess. Then Antonio, Antonio was talking about the event or whatever, and he was like, "Listen, I mean, I could be a little shady, but it wasn't that deep. Like, I don't even know what he talking about. Like, I don't know what the problem is. I don't know what we doing here." So then we saw Antonio meet up with Eric, and Antonio carrying bones back to Eric, like, yeah, Whitney was feeling some kind of way about the fact that you ain't come to the party. And Eric was like, but why? Like, if I don't want to come, I'm not going to come. I mean, I don't know y'all like that. Y'all not my friends. It was just a situation. Why you mad that I didn't come? And Antonio was like, I don't know, but he said when he see you, it's going to be on. When he see you, it's going to be a problem. And Eric was like, oh, word? Okay, well, I'll be at the bowling party because I want to see what this problem is going to look like, right? Then they got to talking about, once again, the event that happened, the meet and greet, Wooda being mad. And, basically, Antonio was like, listen, Wooda got my number. He ain't blocked. He know how to get in touch with me. If he had a problem, he should have reached out to me, and we could have resolved it. Like, the way he chose to handle it, the way he chose to approach it, was, I don't even respect that, Child, then we get to the bowling party. And, we meet Six. Six is at the bowling party. And the first thing Eric walked in talking about something, he looked funny looking, but I guess. So he looking for Whitney, and he like, Whitney late. He was like, I mean, if I felt like I had a problem with somebody, I would make sure I was early. So the minute Whitney gets there, Eric got an attitude with Whitney. Whitney got an attitude with Eric. And Eric was like, what's up? I thought you said it was on site. I thought you said when you saw me, it was going to be whatever. Like, what's good? And Whitney was like, bruh, I'm gonna need you to calm down for a minute, cause I will fuck you up. I feel like Whitney was like, I will fuck you up in here. Like, I'm gonna need you to calm down, sir. And Eric was like, well, let's do it. Like, if we're gonna do it, let's do it. Like, what's the issue? And Antonio in the middle, being the bone carrier that he is, and Six is in the middle, because he's like, yo, that's my friend. Like, I'm not going to let you come in here talk about Whitney. Like, I'm not going to let you come in here and talk to Whitney any kind of way. That's my friend. Like, I don't even know you. So they all end up going into a separate room, like a little private area. They look like they ordered some food or whatever. And they trying to talk about what happened, talk about the situation. Whitney ain't back down. Eric ain't back down. And it was getting, tensions was getting a little high at one point. And then Six was trying to bring the tension down. But ultimately, Eric was like, listen, if you feeling froggy, jump. And Whitney was like, I am feeling froggy. What's up? And Kendall was sitting on the side eating his french fries. And I was here for all of it. Okay? I was here for all of it. And he said, I'm just here to, like, I'm being messy. Antonio was like, I'm being messy. Because Kendall was like, I like a little mess. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I like a little mess. And that's where the episode ended. So we're going to pick up with episode 3 because it said to be continued. So I guess this argument continues. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.